So a while ago, you might have recognized us talking about a company called Versus. VERS is the ticker symbol. Versus is a spatial internet company, is the precise terminology, but realistically, it's been sort of rebranded by the markets as an AI company, which is okay because it uses AI. And if you understand what spatial internet is, then you'll know that that's the next thing. And these guys are writing the rules of the internet for spatial internet, which it's going to be massive. But anyway, so we started talking about these guys about 8 months ago when they came out on the public markets, and we loved it. We loved the guys managing it. We loved the business model. We loved the big companies they're doing business with, aces. As happens sometimes with new companies on the market, it sort of went up and then it came down again, then went up and came down again. But generally speaking, you're looking at an upward rise. Now, for us in the stock market awareness game, the best thing that can possibly happen is that when we start talking about a company, it's at this point, and then when we finish, it's up here. That's what's happened with Versus. Now, we talked about it for 8 months. We only contracted for talking about it for 6. The last 2 months were really for 2 reasons. One, when we put people in a stock, we want to make sure that we don't just sort of cut that off as soon as the end of the contract happens, because these people deserve to know what's happening with their investment. So we keep talking a little bit. Generally speaking, company gets a bit of free coverage. But the second thing is there's a douchebag out there on the internet. His name is Jack Marks. He has a company called wallstreetreporter.com. And if you go have a look, it's laughably bad. Like, his content is just terrible. He's written a book that allegedly tells you how to make between 100x and 5000x returns on your investment playing penny stocks. If you look at his track record, and we've done a few videos about him, everything he talks about is here and it quickly goes to here. Like, he's scumbag of the world, pumping up extraordinaire, head looks like a testicle, he wears Kangol hats. I mean, that tells you all you need to know. Complete douche nozzle. But anyway, you can be a douche nozzle on the public markets. That's acceptable. Thank God. Otherwise, there'd be no one on the public markets. Financial markets, kind of douche paradise. But let's not go there. The thing with Versus is that this douchebag decided that this company, which he clearly didn't understand, was a Vancouver pump and dump. And so he started a fake troll social media account on Twitter designed to just trash this deal. Now, for mine, there's a lot of douchebags out there on social media. I can't police all of them, but when you come after a company that I represent and I believe in, and run by a crowd of people that I believe in, I'm coming for your nuts. I'm coming for your nuts like a spider monkey on cocaine. And so I came out like a bolt from the blue and went through all of Jack Mark's previous videos and found that every single thing he talks about goes a little bit up and then trashes straight down. Every single thing. He has not had a win in his existence. Every single one of them is just trash. And you know what? When all you do is say to people, these guys paid me money, you should buy their stock, you're going to get trash attracted to you, right? So very few companies that he's done business with have I done business with. Very few companies that I've done business with has he done business with. So that's good. We're in a better sector than he is for mine. We'll be around for 25 years. He can't find a client to save his life right now. Chef's kiss. That's the way it should work. Karma comes for you when you're a human testicle. But here's the thing. If someone comes after one of our clients that we really believe in, we're going to stand up. We're going to say, you can put a bullet in the side of our head if you want, but I'm going to tell you that you're wrong. I'm going to tell you why you're wrong, how you're wrong. I'm going to go through your trash and find out if there's a reason that you're deliberately wrong, and I'm going to find your weak spot. If you don't like a company, that's fine, but when you set up a fake Twitter account designed just to trash that company, that's shitty. That's the sort of behavior that should have you taken out back by the SEC and fined and suspended. Oh, wait, that's something that's already happened once to Jack Marks, aka Jacob Mistechkin, who back in the late 90s was banned and fined for being a fraud on the stock market. So anyway, Jack Marks, otherwise known as Stretch Marks, spent a couple of months, really, it seemed like he didn't have any other work to do, just shitting on Versus. And, you know, hey, maybe some of it stuck because the stock went up to about $1 and then back down to 80, 70, 60, struggled along a little bit, found its footing, and has accelerated out of the depression that comes sometimes 2 or 3 months out from a new listing when some of your paper becomes free trading and people want to move on to other things. It happens. You go up, you go down a little bit, and then hopefully you accelerate out of the dust. This is exactly what Versus is doing right now. Their stock is at $1.16. It was up 19 cents today, 20.4% on good news that it's going and doing a debenture financing. Debenture financing is not generally the sort of thing that projects your stock way up, but the knowledge that this company has got money and runway has taken all the air out of the short sellers' sails. And this thing is now pushing forward. How do you look now, Jack? Jack called this thing a pump and dump, even though it's clearly nothing but. He called it a scummy Vancouver deal, and even though it's nothing not. He said it was vaporware. Clearly the companies that are doing deals with this company don't agree. And so now we're at this place where Versus is a little bit unleashed and starting to really accelerate into its next phase. Here's the thing, we're not going to be a part of that next phase. Now, nothing against Versus. Our contract was up 2 months ago, and we stuck around a little bit to make sure that they got through the blast zone of this douchebag short seller trying to kill off this company and its investors for no good reason and with a fake account. Now he's out there doing 1-hour videos about it under his real face, which is a terrible face. And you know, he's determined that he's going to trash this company, but companies that he's talking about, down. Companies that we talked about, up. So our job here is done. We helped Versus get off the line from 40 cents to what is it today, $1.12. That's a great return. That's a triple. For all of our investors who got in there on day one, that's a triple. I hope you use that money wisely. I hope it puts your kids through college. I hope it buys your girlfriend a ring. I hope it buys your wife an apology for the girlfriend's ring. I hope that you take that money and you make it more. I hope that Versus continues to rise and show Jack Marks to be an absolute fraudulent scumbag. But we're out. We've done our work. Anytime we can come in, deliver a triple, and then walk away with the company in good shape, that's a job well done for everybody. We're really proud of the job that we did. It'll now be up to other people to take it to the next place, and we wish them all the best of luck. If there comes a time where Versus comes back and wants to work with us again, we will be there with open arms. But you know what? Our contracts are 6 months for a reason. We help you get from the starting point to the acceleration point. That is exactly what we delivered with Versus. And for any investor that got in on that train, makes me happy, makes me proud, makes me especially proud that our company was the only one doing market awareness for these guys that stood in front of this short seller douchebag and said, shoot me, not them. We took it in the head from this guy for months. That's not something that's in our contract. It's not one of the deliverables. It's something that we do because we're a straight shooting shop. We do not take bullshit, and we back our friends. So we got in there and we gave Versus what for. We propelled them as best as we could. We explained their business model so people understood it, even though Jack Marks didn't. And we got them to the place that everyone hopes to be. Next.